How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. In the shop again, still, I should say. We're going to start putting the sheathing on the wall here today. Big step. It's going to be nice when we're done. I worked hard yesterday getting everything prepped, and I think we're more or less ready. The first sheet of sheathing is going to go from the edge of this panel here back this way. 8 feet comes to this, if you can see it here, the first stud past the center post. So I have to do some cutouts around this beam and the central vac pipe, and also I need to make a cutout here for my water line. So what I'm going to have to do is do a little measuring, doing some laying out, then recheck the measurements, and then relay it out again probably, and then check the measurements once more, make some cuts, and then set it up in there. I'm going to put it horizontally. So to help me with that, I measured down from the top plate 49 inches and put a couple of cleats on the wall here so that when I lift my sheathing up, I can set it on that and I don't have to, you know, try and hold it in place while I screw it in. That'll support it there. Then I have a couple of wedges that I can put under each side to wedge it up into exactly where I want it. I've repositioned the scaffolding over there with all the stuff that was on the bench. So I've got a nice spot over there for now for working. So I'll be able to lay out my sheet, bring it over here, set it in place, and have at her. One thing you want to make sure of when you're cutting sheets, or at least what I like to do, make sure that you're cutting them in the right orientation. So I'm going to put the smooth side out, and that top corner there that's on my left, be on your right, that's going to go up against the Aspenite that the electrical panel is mounted on. So that will be the right hand side of the sheet. So that's going to be the bottom. This is going to go up against the ceiling. So that's important to remember that. So then I took some time and carefully, and then even carefuler, I laid out where these cuts are going to go. So this is the notch that's going to go around the water line, and then the next one was for around the beam. It was 81.5 inches. The beam and the central vac line is 10 inches wide, so that's 91.5. The opening under the beam is 9.25. Okay, so I confirmed my measurements. Nothing left to do but cut it. So let's go. Hopefully it's right. Now we'll do this one up here. Not a lot of room for maneuvering here, I'll tell you that. All right, we're going to try and put this up here now. So we've got a cleat here to hold the piece once I get it in place. We'll see. Let's go. Well, looks like it almost fits. Now I made a couple extra cleats here just to put on here to keep it from slipping out, because we don't want that to happen. I think my notches were a little wide. That's okay. Now I have some wedges here. I'm going to use the wedges just to jack up each side. And then I have a tapping block here. I was doing some fussing here. I got it wedged up on both sides, and it's pretty nice and level now. So I think that's where it's going to live. So I'm going to put screws in it, just to hold it in place. Alright, that should be enough screws to hold it up there for now. So what I'm going to do now is take all these blocks off and then go around and screw it completely to the wall. But that's a good start. I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to mark off the field here now and finish putting screws in it, and that'll be 2 sheets up. So there, we got that sheet put on, and I even put the outlet cover on it right there. Look at that, boys. Alright, so I'm going to put the screws to this one and then for the most part we're finished with full sheets on this wall, and it's just cutting pieces here and there. Alright, so for all intents and purposes the wall is 99% complete. I got a need to cut a piece to put in here, and then I need to cut a piece to put above the panel up here, and then I need to cut a piece to put in here and under the panel, but then I have to build some sort of a access box or cover to get at those pipes and wires and lines and whatnot coming in from the camp and whatnot. So to cut those pieces, I'm trying to minimize my scrap and use as few sheets of aspenite as possible. So I'm not going to cover those sheets, those holes just yet. I'm going to wait. I think what I'll do next is I'll tackle this end here. So I'll have to strip that wall down now. Yeah, got a little bit of room there on the saw. I suppose I could put the stuff over there. Anyways, I have to strip that wall down, put some insulation vapor barrier, and put a couple of sheets in that. For me, like, I'm working on a tight budget, so I don't want to just cut a sheet and have, say, like a half of it that's not going to be used. I would rather, you know, put up the full sheets first and then see what I have left over, and then see how I can start making the best use of those pieces to fill in the gaps. So that's what happens when you're cheap. What I need to do is I need to put a sheet of aspenite up here. Well, put some insulation, put a sheet of aspenite. My bench is 16 feet long. The bench is tight against the wall here, so no way I can work in there. I have to move the bench away from that wall and take this panel off, insulate it, you know, all that stuff. The problem is I've got all this now piled up on the bench. The bench is probably heavier now than it's ever been. I could hardly move it before when it was stripped down and empty. So what am I going to do? However, whatever solution I come up with, I have to move it away from the wall about foot and a half or more. The other thing is, because there's not much clearance here between the bench and this bench, if I pull this bench out here to the right like a foot and a half, that's only going to give me a foot to get through here, and that's not enough room really to do much of anything. So I've taken some measurements. I think I've got them all well established. I'm going to go lay out the sheet, I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to bring the sheet over here, lean it against the wall here, and then move my bench. So to move this bench like 1.5 feet, there's only, well, there's not even 3 feet between these benches, so I can't go much more than 1.5 feet. And look at what I got set up here to pull it with. I took a sling, and I took this sling and I wrapped it around sort of the bottom, through there to the other side, and it came out, and then I hooked it to the winch on the ATV. So we're going to give her a tug, see what happens. I moved it, but guess what? I think I moved it too much. But I guess the good thing is I got lots of room back here to work. Let's take this sheathing off down here and get that wall insulated and get this piece of OSB installed. I got my insulation and vapor barrier all up and taped. Ready to put the sheathing up. So I come out this afternoon and I got busy at this, and I filled in these 2 gaps in the corner there. So that's all filled in. And then over top of the electrical panel I had to put a piece in up there, and then I pieced in, well, this piece here, I had to put that piece in. Alright, this is the last piece of sheathing for this wall, because although this is open here, I'm going to build a little cabinet around that so I can access those lines and cabling and whatnot coming in from the camp. Voila! Just like that, it's done. Well, there we have it. All the insulation, vapor barrier, and sheathing is up on 3 walls of the shop. The only thing left to do is the front wall. The front wall has a man door, a 3x5 window, and a 9x7 garage door. So if I don't get that insulated till even during the winter when I do that, I'll be okay with that. That won't be a mortal sin. So pretty happy to get all this done. The big thing now is to try to get the shop reorganized. And in fact, you know, before I put anything back together, I think maybe some paint's in order. So I'll have to paint all this, but that's coming up. And I apologize for the length of this video, and I also apologize too for all the videos I have about insulating the shop. I realize, you know, once you watch one video about insulating, it's tough to get excited with the rest of them. And then my next video is going to be like watching paint dry, because that's exactly what it's going to be about. So thanks for watching. Leave me some comments what you think about all this, and don't forget the important part, thumbs up me. And have a great week, folks, and we'll talk to you soon.